Hey guys, today I'm gonna be reading a comic book series to you guys. I've been wanting to do this comic book series for a while. This comic book was made in, I think, October 2021. There's 5 comic books to the series. I'm gonna show you the covers of each one, and then we're gonna start reading the series. But today I'm gonna only read number 1. So that's number 1. Here's number 2. You may recognize some of these Marvel characters. Number 3. Number 4. And that's Moon Knight, if you didn't know. Number 5. Now I want to show you guys what I found that's kind of cool with these comics. I found out that these comics, they line up. They go down, and the comic books, are like the same. So watch. So there's that one. See this guy's arm? That's his arm. And then there's him. There's his body. There's the other part of his body. Look, there's his body right there. And there's Mole Man. See? Now, I got these 2 other covers are different, so I wasn't able to complete that part. But I do think that's pretty cool. So, okay, let's get reading. This may need to be in 2 parts, by the way. Okay, here's the first page. Kunlun, 1 week ago. UT, there's something you need to see. 6 days ago, 3 of our men discovered this staircase beneath the temple floor. None of it is in any of our records, so they went to investigate. They discovered catacombs under the building, a labyrinth of tunnels. We nearly got lost ourselves several times as we looked for them. We were about to give up the search. They had been barricaded in this room. It took us several hours to break through, and when we did, well, you can see. Sniff. That smell. I don't know that you want to touch that, Thunderer. These 2 are covered with similar substance. It smells of foulness and rot. Whatever it is, they try to fight it. There are signs of struggle all over this room. Wait. Where is the 3rd man? Contagion. Writer, Ed Brisson. Artist, Rogue Antonio. Cover artist, Juan Josie RYP and Jesus Aburotov. Production design, Nick Russell. Colorist, Veronica Gandini. Letterer, VC's Corey Petit, I don't know. Variant cover artist, Ryan Brownie. Assistant editor, Lindsay Kohek. Editor, James Thomas. Editor-in-Chief, C.B. Cebulski. Chief Creative Officer, Joe Quesada. President, Dan Buckley. Executive Producer, Alan Fine. Those are all the credit thingies. No, they're super blurry. Yancey Street, New York. Now, who would have thought there'd be so many types of cat litter? Scented, unscented, clay, slice, pine, walnut, shell, geez. It's enough to make your head spin. Should have asked Elisa what type she'd know. Yo, Thing! Man, I need your help. I ain't falling for another one of your Yancey's drink gang pranks. Sorry. For real, leave me alone. I'm already dealing with enough crap today as it is. What's the deal with all these cat litters? Which one's the normal cat litter? Well, every litter is different. It depends on your cat's needs. My cats needs to poop. That's what they need. Come on, man. Aren't the Fantastic Four supposed to, help people? Yeah, we do help people, but last time I tried to help one of you Yancey string punks, you dropped a bucket of slime on my head. Still finding it in my cracks and crevices. Look, I'm really sorry about that. Sorta, but you have to hear me out. A bunch of our friends, they've gone missing, and, Ruby and I went looking for them. and something attacked us in the old subway tunnels, and she needs your help. Fine. But if this is another one of your pranks, you'll be cleaning out my cat's litter boxes for a year. Tell me what you clowns was doing down here again. A couple of these guys found these tunnels and some old subways and stuff. Thought they could maybe sell some of the things they found to collectors. You know, lots of people who collect old subways. People collect everything. It's a fact. It's been a bit since they came to salvage stuff, so we go looking for them and we don't find them. Instead, this dude who's like covered in this like colored fuzz, he comes out of nowhere and I couldn't understand what he was saying. He was talking in Chinese or something. He grabbed Ruby and I couldn't see them anymore, and I got freaked out. Man, dude, I was crazed. Hey, Ruby! Ruby, oh my god, are you okay? I'm sorry I ran off. I got Geico commercial or ad. Happy Geckoween. Do you have a fear that seems a little silly? Are you scared you'll show up to a costume party dressed as the same as everyone else? It's okay to be scared. It's what makes us human. But guess what? With friendly customer service and affordable rates, you don't have to be quite as scared when you have Geico. Geico. Happy Geckoween. There's the credits stuff. Ruby! Behind me, kid. I ain't gonna fight you, girl. What? Kathunk. What did you do to her, you monster? I didn't even touch her, I swear. She just collapsed. What's that stuff all over her? I don't know. It's the man I told you about. He had the same stuff. Maybe you don't want to touch her then. I'm not just going to leave her here. I ain't saying that. Take off your jacket. It ain't perfect, but at least it'll keep us from touching the mold. In case it's contagious, you know. Don't you worry about your girl. I shouldn't have left her. Looks like she caught some sort of infection. We gotta get her to the hospital. Aw, cripes. Okay, kid, you're on your own getting Ruby to the doctor, but you better hurry. What about you? Looks like I gotta stick around. Spider-Man. Ad. I'm not gonna read all that. And punch a bunch of moloids in the munchin-sized moleholes. Reed, you there? This one's kind of mixed up. So I'm gonna have to find out which one it goes to. I am Ben. Just in the middle of an experiment. Very fascinating. I may have just discovered an entirely new, fascinating stretch, so tell me about it later. Tell Ben I said hi. Sue says hi. Yeah, hi. But Reed, there's something wrong with these moloids. They're acting all crazy. Crazier than usual, and they're covered in some sort of rainbow-colored goop. And it seems like there's about 1 million of them. Right now I got bigger problems than social pleasantries. Well, smaller problems, but a whole bunch of them that add up to a bigger problem. I'm being swarmed by a bunch of moloids. Mole Man? No sign of him. Could use a little backup, pal. I got your location. We're on our way. Johnny, start up the fantastic car. Where are we going? Go now, Mr. Grimm. Mole Man, you attacking kids down here on the subway now? What's the matter? You getting tired of getting your butt whooped by grown-ups? Not me. Him. He took my moloids. Please don't hurt them. They don't know what they're doing. He took everything. Oh yeah? Who did? The disease man. He touched me like he did the others. Those kids who were making so much trouble. But I broke free. I broke. Ah! Great. Thwack. Everyone's losing their darn minds around here. Ben! We heard you were having a little trouble biting up a bunch of toddler chuds. Johnny, get your 80s references straight. Chuds eat people. The moloids don't. Sure about that? You ever seen a moloid eat? I have, and it ain't pretty interesting. It appears that the moloids are covered with some strain of fungal organism. Yeah, they all are. Same with Mole Man and that Yancey Street kid I came here to. Please. Please help me. Please. Reed, do you think it's a good idea to? This man is sick. He needs our help. The microfungus isn't familiar to me. Looks almost like Aspergillus niger or Stachybotrys caratorium. But not quite, however. The presenting symptoms seem to line up with long-term exposure to high levels of mycotoxins. Skin infection, trouble breathing. Sensitivity to light is another symptom. After severe exposure, which could explain why everyone's Ben's encountered has sought solace underground. Thank you so much. We'll get you to my lab. I've got... Don't let him touch... Shh. What did you do to him? What did you do to Reed? So loud. No need, no need. Johnny, Ben, stay back until we can... Yeah, Johnny. I've got him, Sue. Boom. New York Comic Con, October 3rd through the 6th. Marvel Live. Watch live on marvel.com/in New York CC 2017. This was a while ago, so don't bother going to it. And there's a ad for another comic book. Ben, this thing is absorbing their powers. We can't fight it with our fists. We have to be careful. We have to keep our... Sue, help me, please. How are you doing that? Why do you sound like my husband? Please help me. I'm trapped. Oh, Sue, it hurts. I'm not falling for that. Sue, no, the ground. He's... What? Ben! Whack. Let her go. Let her go, you son of a... I just got them back. I just got them... Whack. Thwack. It's gonna take more than that, too. Hey, where'd you go, you coward? Home of Daniel Rand, Manhattan, New York. I can hear you sneaking around out there. Look, whoever you are, you want to attack me, fine. But you do it on the rooftop or in an alley like every other self-respecting villain. None of my home while I'm trying to catch some sleep. I'm sorry for approaching you like this. But your entire world is about to be destroyed, Daniel Kai. Sigh. Of course it is. You mind if I put on some pants before we save the day? To be continued. Let me read this part, then we're done. Ed Brisson gets down with the sickness. Growing up, I had two loves, comic book and horror movies. I was that kid you'd see at the video store on Monday nights, taking advantages of, abusing, some may say, the 5 movies, 5 nights, $5 deals. Though for me, it was usually 15 movies for your health. Great for your trash film intake. I would make my way from video store to video store in Kelowna, BC. Superior, Silver Screen, Rogers, RIP to all. Methodically making my way through their horror sections in alphabetical order, from Aftermath to Video Dead at one shot. Then on to the next door to Marathon. From Alligator to Zombie Holocaust, though I usually had to settle for the heavily edited Doctor Butcher M.D. version. After exhausting the local video stores, I took to tape trading, exchanging 10th generation copies of film that were long out of print and impossible to find with a network of hardcore collectors. Some of my first writing fan fiction before it had a label was horror, based usually 10 page stories where my friends and I would battle it out against horror icons such as Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees, all the way down to Cujo and Chuds. Usually all at once. Always my friends died and I survived. I don't know what that says about me, but I'm sure there's plenty to read in there. Jake Thomas is well aware of my love of the genre. He loves it too. The first time we met in person, we went for dinner and talked about comics for about 20 minutes and then talked horror films for 2 hours. So when he came to me in January with the idea of doing a weekly horror event featuring street-level characters, I think he knew that I'd be an easy mark for it, and I was. His only note for me was, get weird with it, and I did. What do you have in your hands? What you're going to be reading over the next 5 weeks is me finally getting my chance to marry my two loves. My peanut butter and chocolate. This horror comic marriage is going to get dark. It's going to get weird. It's going to push our characters to the edge. It may break a few. I want to shout out to the incredible artist on this, Damian Cosirio and Adam Gorham, both of whom I worked with a bunch in the past, and Raj Antonio, Stefan Segovia, and Mac Chatter, all of whom I hope to work with a bunch in the future. All of them have done incredible work with some pretty gnarly material. I loved every moment of writing this, and I hope that you love every moment of reading. Ed Brisson, Halifax, Nova Scotia, September 4th, 2019. Next, Contagion Part 2, on sale 10-9. 4 scores a podcast. And then there's back cover. Thanks for watching.